Well, we do hear frequently that the internet can be a force for good, but we don't always see it. And maybe that's because we haven't heard about KIVA.org. That is the world's first microlending website. It connects donors with entrepreneurs that use small loans to build their business and get out of poverty. And it's expanding now with Facebook's new social plugins. Its CEO and co-founder Matt Flannery joining Matt and myself from the Social Capital Markets Conference in San Francisco. Matt, great to have you here on Street Smart. So talk to me exactly how this works.
Sure, thanks for having me. You know, Kiva.org is a website we started about 5 years ago. We work in over 50 countries, and what you can do is you can lend to a small business person to make a loan and help them grow their business online every day. You can lend as little as $25.
And I'm curious, because I've talked to Mohammed Yunus of the Grameen Bank many years ago, but he found he lent to an awful lot of women because they were more responsible with the money. And I'm curious what kind of interesting kind of metrics are playing out as you do this lending.
Yeah, you know, we've really learned a lot from Dr. Mohammed Yunus and the Grameen Bank. And just like them, we found that over 80% of the people on our site are, in fact, women.
So what's the payback like? I mean, you do a lot of great things with the money. Hopefully people can improve their lives. But do they pay it back? Do you find that they're pretty good about that, or?
It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, the payback rates are about 98% on Kiva today, and that's true for microfinance worldwide in almost every country.
And what's the average size of the loan, by the way, Matt?
The average size of the loan are about $400 per entrepreneur on Kiva.
And what are you giving these people money for? Are you loaning to them so that they can build water systems, so that they can farm better, so that they can start their own mobile phone businesses? I mean, what are we talking about?
Yeah, that's pretty right on point. You know, we've had a lot of seamstresses over time. We've had a lot of farmers, fishermen. Recently, we have a whole new crop of student loans. So we're just getting into the student lending market and helping people go to school worldwide.
Matt, how closely do you work with the folks that you lend out to? Is that kind of a crucial part in seeing that this really plays out well and positively and that you ultimately get the money back?
Yeah, it's absolutely critical. You know, what we do is we work with small banks who lend to the poor in over 50 countries. And so we visit them and keep in touch with them. And they're the way that we get to the entrepreneurs, because typically the women, the poor people on the site, they don't have a bank account and they don't have access to a computer or PayPal. So they have to go to a small bank.
So where do you guys get the money to fund this?
Yeah, well, we don't have a lot of money ourselves, and so the way we do that is we depend on hundreds of thousands of internet lenders to make small loans. So we have lenders in over 100 countries, lending as little as $25.
Hang on, do you mean internet lenders like banks on the internet, or do you mean you count on people to donate money or lend money to you through the internet?
Yeah, you know, they're normal people, not rich people lending just small amounts. A lot of our lenders are women trying to lend to other women in every state in the USA and many countries abroad as well.
So is the idea that, say I wanted to give Kiva, I don't know, $100, then you give me some kind of schedule where you pay me back, or is that a donation?
No, it's a loan. So you can go on the site, you can find a seamstress to lend to, lend her $100, and you get paid back. Usually over the course of a year, you'll get paid back a few bucks every month. And you can re-lend it, or you can take it out and go to dinner.
So you guys are working on alleviating the situation of global poverty, and we know it's pretty drastic as you look around the globe. Matt, in terms of doing these microloans, got 20 seconds left here. How much progress do you think you're making at really kind of chipping away at poverty around the world?
Well, I think what we're doing is really changing people's minds about poverty. We're showing that you can partner with the poor as a business opportunity and not just a handout, and they can actually pay you back. And so it's a small demonstration now. There are 3 billion people on Earth without access to a bank account, but we're chipping away with that. We've lent about $180 million in the past 5 years and growing really fast.
All right, Matt, thanks so much for joining us. Matt Flannery there from Kiva.org.